Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Prepare to Die. I'm Coolican Dragon, and in the last episode we took down Ornstein and Smo, and we've got ourselves the Lord Vessel. We met Guinevere, the Queen of Sunlight as she calls herself. We also discovered that my right bumper doesn't always like me. Whether you guys realize that or not, I'm having a hard time. Right now it's working. But in this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go looking for a certain item. We're going to go looking for two items down in the new Londo ruins. Hopefully we can do this relatively easily. I'm going to keep my covetous gold serpent ring on because I think that'll help me keep getting items that I am going to need down there. Because it's only places that are inhabited by ghosts. Well, there are other things, but for the first part of it, it's only just ghosts, and we're going to have to wade our way through them. New Londo Ruins is a pain in the rear. I'm not going to lie about that, guys. The biggest problem with it is and here's one of the main reasons why, if any of you guys wonder why on earth you really should go back and, why you should, that's where that is. Why you should always return the Firekeeper's soul to her is, there is no bonfire down here in the New Londo Ruins. None whatsoever. Okay, so I got two of them. So, because there's no bonfire down here, that is the closest one, and if you can't rest there at it, you'll have to go even farther to try and get back here, and it can become very much a pain in the rear. Before I go any farther, though, okay, it is down there. I need to actually use one of these transient curses, so that I may actually, because you can't do damage against the spirits here. You can see one of them right now. Okay, we're gonna be one-shot things. I'm used to actually coming here a lot earlier and doing things, but because there's a ring down here that gives you a massive increase to curse resistance, but I didn't need it this time around for the depths, so I didn't really go back and get out and try. You do have to be careful around here, because like I said before, this whole thing's flooded. Okay, two more transient curses. But so you can see, I'm standing literally right on the edge. And there's another item out there, but I'm not going to go out there until I lower the water, which is the main thing that I need to try to get done here. And transient curses are going to help me out so I can actually attack these spirits from beyond the grave. Usually they give you, every once in a while they'll give you more. See here, they'll give you more transient curses, or they'll actually give you one of the items that they're using. Yep. Yeah, and they hurt. They hurt if they hit you a lot. So we're going to try to avoid getting hit. I have to see if I have to switch a controller. Maybe I can borrow the one my roommate has. I've got another controller here, guys, but the problem I've got right now, like I said, is my right bumper it's sticking on me. I don't know why. This is an ambush room. These attacks aren't the ones that hurt, by the way, in case you're wondering. Did I take both out? I did get them both in one shot. I'm awesome that way. Alright, more transient curses. And there's the Jagged Ghost Blade. That blade can also damage ghosts if you don't have any more transient curses. But I like keeping my transient curses, because then I can use my Zweihander on all the things. Yeah. Stupid ghost in a wall. There we go. Now you're down. And the parrying dagger. I believe believe that dagger gives you the largest parrying time. Or it's the easiest thing to use for parrying. If you want to be a parrier, it's probably a good idea to keep that. You're down. But we're down here because there's a couple of items that we are going to want. That hurt my ear. Alright, 2 more transient curses. I don't know how long the transient curses will last, so I gotta keep an eye on, make sure I'm not running out. There's a couple ways to do the thing I'm here for. Alright, there we go. This is a little shortcut that my buddy and I found out a long time ago. Kick the ladder, and you can skip over a lot of the other parts here. I'm not really worried about getting a couple of items because they're not the items that I want. I need to lower the water to get one of them. I could probably get the other one without lowering the water, but just make this easier. I'm going to try to run through here because there is a crap ton of enemies. Alright, so this is the first item I have to get to. Hopefully I can make it up there. Ah, I made it all the way up. In your face, spirits. I don't remember if they'll follow me up here or not. But I will have to face them on the way back down, so it's very possible I might die. Stay tuned. Alright, we gotta talk to him.
This is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the 4 kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The 4 kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seals and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorius traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
Okay, so...
Hello there, the key to the...
Yeah, blah, blah. I want to go in here. Yeah, he does fill that. And, resist curse... What's this fall under? Okay, so that's a sorcery. Yeah, I thought so. So the kind of story for this area is, the 4 kings who are here, they had, Lord Gwyn actually divided up his soul and gave pieces to different people. And the 4 kings had one of the pieces, but they allowed themselves to give it to the Dark Wraiths, or the Dark Wraiths are the invaders here in this world. That's what the Red Invaders are. But, along with the Dark Wraiths, the 4 kings gave in to that kind of desire, and so they wanted power. And don't want them grabbing. And so, with the desire for power, they ended up getting it at a cost, but they all turned basically great evil. And so, as I try to survive this room, God damn it. I think I might die here, guys. Did I live? No, I died. Dang it. I have to. But as they, when they turned to evil and this land was overcome by the Dark Wraiths and by all the evil that the Dark Wraiths brought with them, what ended up happening in the end was the land was flooded by those red-robed sorcerers, I believe it was. I could be wrong on this. And he is the only one who remained behind to guard over them, knowing that one day it would very well be likely that someone like us would come to kill the 4 kings. The 4 kings are a boss. They are usually the last enemy I fight before the final boss. so we aren't going to be facing them yet. There is a covenant you could join, but in order to do that, you'd have to basically beat the bosses now. And even as I say that, there's another part, is we actually can't even fight them right now. We just can't. Like he said, they walk in the abyss, and we can't survive in the abyss. So there's no way for us to get to the Four Kings. But there is a way to do it. We've already got all the preparation we need to go to that area. But like I said, that's another spot. I don't want to go to that yet because I want to. There's a different enemy I want to fight first. If we can fight that enemy first, then we can get our hands. Then it'll change the cutscene for the boss that we need to fight in order to get the ability to walk in the abyss. And you don't have to do this. I want to, just because I feel that it helps relay almost a story a little bit better on what really happened during all these different times. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's going to pull at your heartstrings a little bit if you really kind of understand what's going on. And the boss that we're going to have to fight is... He's not super tough, he's not bad, but it's a boss that I hate fighting him. Not because I don't like to fight him, but because I don't like the fact that the game kind of makes you fight him. I wish that there was a way to avoid killing him. It's really sad to me that I have to fight and kill this boss. But we'll get to him. We'll get to do a couple of the different things around here. I'm actually not going to go for my souls. Is it this way? Yes, it's this way. Because I want to lower the floodgate without dying. And these guys are just going to not stop coming. As you can kind of already tell, I've got like 8 of them already following me. I don't even remember how far they'll follow me. I think they'll follow me all the way up over here, too. I might be able to get my souls back by killing off of them. Here, I want to get this humanity. You can see now they're already starting to come. Now, this is the moment where I kind of wish that my right bumper was working better, because my right bumper does a nice large swing attack. And it doesn't always want to work. Oh gosh. That scared me. Alright, so a couple of them have gone back in there. I don't want the hugs. Hugs are bad. Very, very, very bad. There is to be no hugging. That is my decree. I am... come on, arrows. I am to succeed Lord Gwyn. This is a no hugging area now. Alright, so they all went back inside the church. We can then go this way. Not that one. We have to come down here. This is now why we needed the key. Key to the seal. So let us now break that seal. Open the gates. Release the river. Okay, so now you can kind of see down there, we have released all the water, and your eyes aren't playing tricks on you guys. That's not stone down there. That's those are corpses. All of them. Mounds upon mounds of corpses. But on the upside, we don't really need a transient curse down there. On the downside, that doesn't make it any better. So we're going to come out here, and you can just see these are just mounds mounds upon mounds of corpses of people that the four kings killed who died in the flood. And here we go, this is our first NPC Dark Wraith character. These are the beings that kind of took over the city and corrupted the four kings. And they're also, that's armor you can get eventually if you do join the Dark Wraith Covenant. I think even if you don't join it, you can still get it somewhere. I think the shield you do have to be part of the Covenant for, though. But, it's all stuff that's basically designed to steal humanity. And so that's something you have to be wary of. I need to make sure. Make sure that right bumper works, especially for a boss, because that's my primary means of damaging in that fight. Because he's not easy to fight just normally. And we gotta be careful here. I want this, and I want to kill you before you can kill me. Alright, you're down for the count. Another 12 missiles. Ooh, what'd you give me? Come on, what'd you give me? Oh, 2 Titanite chunks. Oh, that'll be very useful in the very near future, I hope. Okay, so I know it's down here somewhere. I've just got to find it. Alright, I'm not going to move forward until I've cleared through. And there's his shield. Pain in the ass shield. Alright, shucks. I believe the shield also is supposed to steal humanity, but we don't have any humanity, so we don't have to worry about that. There's the reason I didn't want to go too far forward. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I believe it's its tongue. Titanite chunk. I have no idea what that was, and I don't want to find out what it does. Like right now we got a Dark Wraith behind us. Oh yeah, and the exploders. Kill you. Have to be careful when I fight all these things. Alright, now die. I see any red glowing lights. I need to run like hell. Or guard like hell. Alright, there should be... There. So there is another Dark Wraith down here. How these guys survived under all that water, don't ask me, I don't have a clue. Alright. You're gonna give me another Titanite chunk and a Dark Hand. Dark Hand, Dark Hand, Dark Hand. I'll look at it later, guys. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly what it does, and I really would rather not look at it while I'm down here. Alright, I think these are just ways I can go up. Let's see. You are the soul of a brave warrior. That's nice. I think it's supposed to be in this room. I'm not sure. I might have to take the other stairs up to confirm that. I believe. All this for a couple of items. They'll be very, very useful. I promise. I promise, guys. They'll be very useful items. Once we can get to them. Plus, we're getting souls. Also, by the way, guys, now that I just thought about it, I have also, when I was off screen, I improved my pyromancy flame. Okay. Please be what I'm looking for. Yes! That's the first one, guys. The very large ember. Alright. That's one item down. I'm actually going to go back to the bonfire. Because the second one's much closer to where we first came into the new Londo ruins, and so it's a lot easier just to do it from back there than I'm running all the way along and back and trying to do that. But yes, now we have the very large ember. So we do need to go see Anders, because now We can improve our weapons up even higher. We've been limited to +10 with the very large ember. If you give it to Anders, you can improve your weapons now up to +15, which is great. We can't actually go to +15 because the very last equipment that we'll need, we need a Titanite slab to get your weapon from 14 to 15. We don't have any Titanite slab, but what we do have right now is 10 Titanite chunks, so we should have enough to actually take Ars Winehander all the way up to +14. So that will be very, very useful and very, very powerful. Plus our, we take a look at our stats here while we're going. Our strength is at 36, so that only has 4 more points before it hits its small cap, and then there wouldn't be any point in putting any more points into it. So that's very, very useful. We're gonna go walking along here. The bridge. To me, this city, the feeling at least I know I get when I go down here in the Long Ruins is just one of those kind of like ancient ruins. I mean, it is ancient and it is a ruin, but just to me, I just love the feel of this city. Just kind of like there are spirits everywhere. There are spirits up above here, as if they're trying to prevent you, and then there's spirits. Gotta be careful here because I know there's an ambush. Die. Got him. And another Firekeeper soul. So that's one. There's only one other Firekeeper soul we can pick up. But as I was saying, like, I love the feeling that you kind of get from this area. The spirits that are kind of, you know, up above here, and then the dark wraiths down below, along with all of the people who died trying to escape from the floodwaters, tried to get out of New Londo before they flooded it, to contain the dark wraiths who were stealing all of humanity. But yeah, so like I said before, guys, that down there is that's where you can join the Dark Wraith Covenant if you do show desire. But yeah, you have to beat the 4 kings. In order to beat the 4 kings, you have to go to the forest and beat the boss of the forest first. And like I said before, the game is no longer linear, so it's not like we had to go to the first bell, and then we had to go to the second bell, then we had to go to Sense Fortunes, and we had to go to Anor Londo. Nothing like that anymore. Now it's we've got 4 bosses. Okay, we've got 4 major bosses. There's more than 4 bosses left, guys. But we got like 4 major bosses that we have to do for the sake of the story. And we're going to reinforce it. Alright, our Estus Flask now is at +3. You can actually increase your Estus Flask to +7. Not in one game. But you can. And we're going to warp to... yeah, no. To the Undead Parish from here. You can improve your Estus Flask up to +7, not in one game. The most you can actually get in the first game, if you go all out and you actually start killing a couple of Firekeepers, is +6, because you can. There's only 7 Firekeeper souls in the whole game, period. And of course, if you want to get it to +6, you have to leave one of the Firekeepers alive to reinforce it to that point, and then if you kill them, well.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about you? I'm just an old smith. But
Yes.
well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just Andre of a store against the job done.
So now, as I said before, we can now, as you see here, improve our Zweihander 2 plus 11. We can still do other things. We could actually turn it back. Here, I'm not sure if I told you, but yeah, you can actually turn your items back into their older versions, if you do so desire. What does this require? Oh, Titanite shard. I'm kind of so used to seeing everything going because they're all twinkling Titanite. But we can improve our Zweihander up to plus 14 and still have 3 left. I don't think we have one more large Titanite to improve our... No, we need 3 large Titanites to improve our longbow. But that's something we'll have to do at some point here.
Go get yourself a knife.
So now our Zweihander is at plus 14, 312 damage, plus 214 damage from our stuff. Very, very powerful sword. And we're actually going to go back to the Firelink Shrine now. And we're going to talk to Kingseeker Fram, because I am not going to try and find and join the Dark Wraith Covenant. I told you guys I have an idea on how I want to go from this point in the game. And that's not one of them. There is one thing I do want to try to do first here.
Oh, hello. Oh, please. As all.
I will purchase your Fire Ward. I also purchased a couple other items from him, so that now I now have all of his pyromancy that he would sell. I think I always seem to forget. I swear there's an item around over here that I always seem to forget about. Maybe I'm wrong though. No, I'm not. It's over here. I always forget that item's there. Until much later. Alright, so now we get to talk to Kingseeker Frampt. And once you talk to Kingseeker Frampt at this point, guys, you cannot join the Dark Wraith Covenant. I was going to say Darkseeker, I don't know why.
Heavens, you have done it. You have retrieved the Lord Vessel after 1,000 years. It is you. It is really you. Forgive me. I really should calm down. Now, let us take that vessel on a journey. I assume that you are ready. Now, be still.
So, he's just gonna eat us and take us to the next area. While he's doing that, I want to point out something to you guys that he said there. One of the things you can't realize is, actually, hold on, let me wait and see. I think he explains something here soon, and I want to wait and see if he does. If he does, then I'll go from there.
This is the Firelink Chamber for the successor of Lord Gwyn. Now, place the Lord Vessel on the altar. Very well. As Kingseeker, I shall now instruct you, the Lord's successor, in your next task. To achieve your fate, fill the vessel with powerful souls. commensurate to the great soul of Gwyn. Scarce few possess such brilliant soul. Grave Lord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, the 4 kings of New Londo, who inherited the shards of Gwyn's soul, and Lord Gwyn's former confidant, Seath the Scaleless. All of their souls are required to satiate the Lord Vessel. Are you ready? Then we shall return. Stay still for a moment.
That cannot be a pleasant ride. Okay, guys, so what I was saying before, because he didn't say anything. The fire, like we've known since the beginning of the game, the fires are going out. This is the end of the Age of Fire. And what Gwyn did was he tried to reignite the flame for this, for the Age. And there's a couple of things that they tried to do. I'll get to them when we get to different points in the game. But the one I want to point out right now is his last resort was to use himself. So he burned in order to try to keep the fires going for a little bit longer. But what has happened is the flames have continued, but they're still fading. And as the flames have now faded, we have come forth to replace him. We can choose to either link the fire, which is what Lord Gwyn did. He linked the fire and burned. Or we can choose to try to let the fires go out. That's at the end of the game. That's something that you can actually, if you talk to the other primordial serpent that's in charge of the Dark Wraith Covenant, that's kind of what he'll tell you. So he'll tell you to let the flames go out. You will become like the Lord of Darkness, I think. But we can make that choice. But the one thing I want to point out is something that Framp said there, is that Gwyn did that 1,000 years ago. Gwyn has been burning for 1,000 years. So try to wrap your mind around that a little bit. But, so I've kind of got the idea on how I want to do the next part of this. And obviously they said, we have to now go after those souls in order to power up, in order to place in the Lord Vessel, so we can open the door to get to Gwyn. And I'm going to go after Seath the Scaleless, but before I do that, there's actually another... I can just go from here. Another world I want to get to first, but I'm going to do that in the next episode. So I will see you guys next time, so take care.